everyone, today I thought I would do a quick tutorial on how I made this little dress for my Blythe doll. So it's such a super simple dress to make that I thought I would make one and show you how I did it. So for this tutorial you will need some broad lace. I've got this broad lace here and it measures approximately, this piece here measures 10 inches long by around 35 inches wide. You will also need a piece of broader lace for the top here for this part. I've got this here which is stretchy, which does help a bit. It doesn't matter whether it's stretchy or not, but I decided I'd go for white with this one because it matches better than the creamy colour I used on that one. You'll also need a needle and thread and some Velcro and a means of fastening your Velcro to your dress when it's finished. The first thing I'm going to do is fold this piece of lace in half. Fold it with the wrong sides together so you've got the right side showing here when it's folded in half. And what this will do will make it a skirt, a dress with an underskirt. You can see here that this doll's dress was made the same way. I folded it in half and it made it a built-in underskirt, otherwise you'd be able to see through it. So that's what I did. Fold it in half all the way along, make sure it's even all the way along, and then I'm going to literally gather across the whole top of the net. So leave a little bit of a gap at the end there. You'll need to fold that over to pop your Velcro on. So start your gathering just after that part. And literally to gather, you just do a running stitch. A running stitch is where you go in, out, all the way along. And we need to do that all the way from one end to the other. When you get to the other end, make sure you leave a bit for your Velcro again. So you don't need to gather all the way. Leave about an inch at each end. So there's my gathered piece of the dress. The next thing we need to do is measure our lace, or you could use ribbon, anything really that's around this wide. So we'll measure the width of that. That is 1 1/4 inches, 3 centimeters. You could probably get away with up to 4 centimeters. Yeah, 3 or 4 centimeters. This one's 3. And then I'm going to measure it around my doll. So we need to remove this dress. Measure it around and make sure you're generous with your measurement, because once you've sewn it on top of the gathered part there, you'll need a bit extra. So you can see that I've left quite a bit there. By the time I've sewn that on and overlapped it, that'll be about the right length. So about 1.5 times around your doll's body. So the next thing we need to do is lay out our lace. Lay it out like this and position this lace on top of it. So we'll need to fold this bit over like this. You don't need to finish off the edges because they won't fray on this lace. And I'm going to pin it on so that the gathered bit shows above this lace. I just think it looks really pretty on the doll when you've done that. So I'm going to pin that into position all the way along. And we're going to sew the top and the bottom of this on, so make sure you pin it so that your pleats are how you want them to look. Your gathers are straight down and look how you want them to look once it's sewn. So get it all pinned into position all the way along. Remember that you're going to fold this over and put Velcro on there, so you don't need, we're going to put the Velcro on the outside at this end, so we don't need the lace to cover that bit. But at this end the Velcro is going to go on the inside, so I've tucked the lace under there before I pinned it into position. So the next thing I'm going to do is stitch this on. So remember to fold your end over, and that's where you're going to be putting your Velcro on there, and stitch that lace into position. So you need to back stitch. So to back stitch, get your needle and thread through, go back a little bit and then come out in front of where your thread is, like so. Then for the next stitch you go back to where your thread went in and come out in front of it, like so, and just carry that on all the way along the top there. If you can sew a button on, you can sew this dress. So in, literally just in, out, all the way along, doing your back stitch, going back and then out in front again. Do it all the way along. When you get to the other end, make sure you stitch this piece into position. So go along, stitch that down as you've got it pinned. And then I'm going to sew down here, doing the same thing with my back stitch. I'm going to flip it round like this, and the next thing I'm going to do is carry on with my sewing and sew across the bottom of this lace all the way to the other end, and then I'll be finished with sewing the lace on. And when you get to the other end, just make sure that you do a little row of stitching to hold that flap down. That's where your Velcro is going to go. Your Velcro is going to go over here, so just do a little bit of a little stitch or two in that end to hold that flap over. You won't see that stitching anyway because your Velcro will cover it. So there we are. It's so cute, these dresses are. I'm so pleased with how nicely they look. So the next thing I'm going to do is add the Velcro. So we want the rough part of the Velcro on the outside of the dress. So I'm going to glue that piece onto there. You can glue it, you can stitch it. You can use any kind of fastening you want or that you have available. Just do whatever's best for you to fasten it. And we're going to glue our Velcro onto there. Then I'm going to wrap it around the doll, just to double check at this point that I haven't made it too wide. You can see it's fairly wide, so I'm going to put my Velcro further in at this end. I'm going to put it so that it will match up with that Velcro. I'm going to put a wide strip on, I think. So that way I'll be able to use it for Blythe or Barbie. So I'm going to put a wide strip of Velcro there so that when I fasten it, it will fasten tighter for the Blythe. And then I'll be able to also use it for Barbie, because Barbie's a little bit broader around the top. So I'm going to get a soft piece of Velcro and I'm going to glue it onto this end. Like I say, I'm going to use a broad piece. By doing that, it means that my dress will fit a Barbie or a Blythe. So I'm going to glue that onto there now, onto the inside. Remember to put your Velcro one piece on the outside, one piece on the inside. I would usually use press studs, but because I want it to fit Blythe or Barbie, I'm going to use Velcro because it can be adjusted. So pop your Velcro onto the inside at this end, and basically you are done. If you wanted to, you could sew this seam closed. You could go along here and sew that seam closed if you wanted to, but you really don't need to. This, you know, it just makes it a quick and easy dress if you don't actually do that. So let's see, here's our Blythe. So there it is on the Blythe doll. And I'm also going to try it on a Barbie. It should fit Barbie too. It will be a little bit shorter on Barbie. Because we've made it adjustable with that Velcro, it should fit Barbie too. Now, it will be shorter on Barbie, but that's okay. She can get away with it being shorter. You can see that does, it fits her really well, but you're right at the end of your Velcro. When you do it on your Blythe, you're not. So you can either put it on your Barbie like this, or you can bring it down and have it as a skirt. Just give her a different top. So that was my little tutorial for today. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.